Sweet summer love. Sweet summer love. I need you, sweet. I need you, sweet. I need your summer love. Is it your sun kiss? Is it your warmth? The way that it melts whenever I'm up in your arms. The temperature rises every time that you call. When you come back, we lit like the fireworks on the 4th. Can we just be floating like the breeze from the ocean? I love your devotion. I'm up in my emotions. Live for the moment, 'cause nothing's forever. And before you know it, the summer is over. Sweet summer love. Sweet summer love. I need you, sweet. I need you, sweet. Need your summer love. 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 Sweet summer love. Sweet summer love. I need you, sweet. I need you, sweet. Need your summer love.
Wait, Becky, what you doing this summer?
Don't we all need a little summer love right now? Hey, this is Tony Gavestone. Welcome to the online Brave Maker experience. I'm going to bring on my co-host, Christina Jackson.
Good morning, Tony.
Hey. That song is the anthem for summer. We needed some summer beats right now in the middle of the pandemic and the world upside down. Becky Alex is bringing in some flame, and she's going to be with us right now. Let's bring in Becky Alex.
Hi.
Hey, Becky. How are you?
Good. How are you guys?
Wonderful. Welcome to the show.
Thank you. I'm so excited to be here.
I love that video. I love that single.
Thank you so much.
We worked on that together?
Yes, me and Tony worked on that together. It was such an amazing experience to do that shoot. Like, it was one of the first times that I've ever done anything like that. And like Tony just made it so amazing. So I'm so grateful that I got to do that.
Aw, that was so great. I was so happy to do that. And just to kind of the backstory. So if you're watching live on the replay or listening on our podcast, so Becky was actually on the Brave Maker podcast in the teen numbers. I think I'll have to go back and find out what number you were on. But we talked to Becky. She is going to be a junior in high school here in the Bay Area. And we met because she was a student in my friend Terry, who we just shot her first directorial debut short film yesterday through this week through Bravemaker. And Becky was singing in all the musicals at this middle school in the Bay Area. And as she was progressing into high school, my friend Terry said, hey, her family, and they're looking to make a music video. I know you've done some stuff. They have all the EP, the singles already ready to go. Can I meet with you? So it was so fun. I met with the whole Alex family and got to meet the dadager, the momager, the talent. And it was so fun because the song, I got to get into the mind of a teen girl. It was so fun. And, the first thought that came to mind was like, okay, we got to make it in a school. It's all about love for summer. It's not necessarily a love with, a significant other. It can be, it is sort of, but it really, I got this idea of a love for summer and we just rolled with it. It was super fun. Shout out to Lydia Isnanto, who was the cinematographer for the shoot. Do you remember just that whole weekend? It was Easter weekend, 2019. So it's only a little over a year since we did that.
Yeah.
What are some of the memories that you have of making it? Because you got all your friends. It was just a fun time.
It was so much fun. Immediately, what I think about is how cold it was. This was kind of an issue, but it's fine. We all powered through it. It was spring, but it was still freezing for some reason. And like the shots in the pool, I remember people like throwing jackets and towels and blankets on top of me because I was just freezing the whole time. What else? It was so much fun because I was allowed to just have all of my friends there. And then we were just kind of dancing, and like all of the scenes are just us like dancing and having fun, which was so great. And then also Lydia, love her so much. She was a great videographer too.
All right, so here we are. This is the Becky Alex Summer Love music video, and we are day 1 of 2 days. Could you hear that?
Yeah.
Sorry, I didn't mean to play the audio. I was trying to have you talk and have it be behind the scenes. Keep going. You said you were freezing, so I was going to show. Like, literally, you were such a trooper, by the way, with the beach. Oh
my gosh, I forgot. Yeah.
The beach and the pool. You had 2 different cold things to go through.
Yeah. I remember you being sorry.
Oh no, you could not tell at all from watching the video.
Okay,
like,
good.
Having so much fun. It's so great.
Yeah, see, everyone's like wearing like jackets and stuff, and I'm just there in this little skirt and like.
Girl, I don't want her to catch like
pneumonia. Tony had on like the biggest jacket, Tony.
I know. Yeah. I was the one like in my Sundance, snow jacket. But this is just so people know. Okay, so when you do, when you film, right? Weather is always an issue, right? And some cases when you're filming things that are in summer, most times they are not in summer. They are in the opposite of summer. And this, in California, we usually have good weather. But when you're in like March, and you're filming in the morning or at night, and you're on the coast, the wind totally picks up. And so I just go, I was feeling for you, but you were a true artist in this way. You pushed through. You're like, for the call, for the art, for the music. You were really, really great doing that.
Thank you.
Fantastic job. I had no idea.
Yeah, I'm just naturally always cold too. So like, I don't know how I did it, but I did it.
I mean, look how cool you look. Like so rock star. You look such like a total rock star. It's really cool. So if you're watching live, we'll post the link to the music video as well as the behind the scenes that Lydia Snanto did. So you can kind of see the whole thing. We'll put those in the show notes of the podcast as well as here if you're watching live. But Becky, why don't you share a little bit about just how you became this musician, singer, actress? Give us the whole backstory.
Yeah. So I started with theater. That was kind of where I found my passion for entertainment in general. I'd always been singing, but I never really thought much of it until I stepped into theater and saw that I enjoyed all of it. I enjoyed dancing, I enjoyed acting, I enjoyed singing. I wanted to do all of it. So then when I really started to get into professional acting and did some classes and went to this convention, I got some people just contacted me and were like, we can help you make some music. And I was like, that's my dream, like, obviously. So then that's how music started. I went to New York, recorded 5 songs, and then came back, released them in few month intervals. And then my drama teacher, Miss Smith, came up to me after my parents were like, hey, maybe we should make a music video. And she was like, yeah, I could totally hook you up with someone that could make that happen for you. And then that's how we met Tony. And then this all happened. And I was like, oh my gosh, I can't believe this is happening. But it's been a dream.
So who wrote Summer Love?
So Summer Love was actually written by me and then also the producer. We wrote it together, came up with some ideas and stuff. So the part of my first 5 songs that I released, it was kind of like, we're going to help you find what type of writing style you like. So I wrote 3 of them by myself. And then 2 of them, it was like mostly the producer and then kind of some of my input. It was because those are 2 different styles that you see in media today, like how singers write songs that people have written for them and things like that. So it was kind of trial and error for these first 5 songs.
Was there some personal inspiration behind Summer Love?
Summer Love, I think what Tony said was spot on, how it's mostly supposed to be a song about love, about like love for summer. Because some of the lyrics are like, is it your sun kiss? Is it your warmth? The way that I melt whenever I'm in your arms. Like you could totally relate that to like a boyfriend or a figure of someone that you like, but that's also summer. Like you are just encapsulated by summer and its heat and the joy that summer brings you, you know?
That's amazing. That is so beautiful. So you flew to New York.
You
recorded them. What was that experience like?
So surreal. Going to New York, the whole time I was like, this sounds so bad, but I was like, the plane is going to crash because there's no way I'm just about to record 5 songs right now. There's no way that's happening. And then we finally got there and I was like, this is really happening. And then we got in the booth and then we started recording and I was like, this is insane. Like, I want to do this forever. Like being in that booth is a feeling that I will never forget. Just being able to like sing in this room by myself and then hear it play back and then adding the like tracks behind it and it just all coming together. It was so beautiful.
What do you think is your like next project you want to do? I know we've talked about making another music video, but what are some of the things that are going on for your future? Because obviously life is a lot different with COVID and that kind of thing. So talk about what's going on now for you.
Yeah, so right after I'd released my songs, I started writing again. And I do have some songs started, a few songs completed, but I also am going to be a junior in high school. And school has always been, number one priority. And with the SATs coming up, it's been pretty school focused right now. And then also just honing my craft in acting and singing. So I think right now I'm dedicating my time to learning and perfecting. And then when the time feels right, where I found a good balance between everything, then I think putting out more songs would be a good idea.
So Becky, I know we were talking earlier, but you're not just musical and artsy, you're also very sciencey.
Yes.
So talk about how you're balancing those 2 things.
It's weird because I've always liked science, specifically biology. And it's been, so I have to start thinking about college, right? And I can't just be a double major in biology and musical theater. Like that just doesn't happen. So it's definitely been hard. I am taking biotechnology right now in school. And like, I think it's really fascinating. So I definitely need to figure out how I can incorporate what I love to do, which is musical theater, but what I'm really interested in also, which is like science. So that's definitely a struggle that is happening right now, but I think I'll figure something out
I think somebody needs to write you like a musical science story,
Exactly.
something
We were
where
talking, yeah, we were talking about this before. Like Bill Nye, he has his own TV show and he's a science teacher, right? Why can't I be like a singing
That is so
biologist or something?
Yeah.
cool. No, that is so cool. That's
Yeah, I don't
I
know.
love that. You guys are like dancing around while you're exploding things.
Exactly.
Yes, I love that. Like making experiments and singing about the molecular dynamic and modality.
Yes.
I don't even know what I'm saying.
Great. That is really good.
Molecular codella.
There you go. Well, I did write a short film for you two, if you remember that. So
That's
we,
how-
yeah,
Yes, that is
that's
how
how
we
you
met.
two met. We will get on that. We've come a long way in the past year and a half since even I think that was actually a year ago in the summer when we were trying to do that. It was right around the time because I was trying to get Lydia to do it, but then she was moving, and then she was having a baby. So life has been super different. But now we have a new cinematographer collection or collective. So we will be making that film at some point. I'm pretty positive.
So that is how Becky and I met. We were on set, and I remember her part of her scene was her singing in a stairwell.
Oh, yeah.
I'm like racing around the corner to the stairwell, and I hear this voice, and I'm like, "What? Oh my gosh, who is that?" And it was really her singing. So you have such a beautiful voice. I love your
Thank you so much.
You're welcome. What are your other songs about? And are they
Yes.
written? Have they been co-written?
So the ones that I wrote by myself with a little help and like training, because I'm not a professional songwriter, that's for sure. But the ones that I wrote by myself were Stay Strong, Don't Care, and Oddball. Don't Care is the one about a boy that one I almost wrote completely by myself, but it was kind of, instead of just specifically about one boy, it was a compilation of all the experiences that I've had and just being a teenager and how teenagers are so moody and angsty and that kind of stuff. And then Stay Strong, I like the first rough copy was actually written in like 4th grade when I was in 4th grade.
Wow.
And then when I started the process for like actually going to make my own music, they were like, why don't we just take this and, fine tune it and then just use that? And that's how Stay Strong came about. And I was like, that's really interesting. I thought this was a terrible song, but I guess not. And then Oddball, oh my God, I love Oddball because it's just all about being yourself and being unique. And like, that's everything that I just strive to be. I just want to be not like everyone else and not trying to fall into some category that I don't feel like I am,
Mm-hmm.
But yeah.
So go follow Becky on Spotify. And if you're into her music, please share with other people so they could find her. My daughters, I love your music. I love Oddball too. I sing it for myself.
Yes.
It's a great song.
Yes.
It's a great song. Yeah, and so I know we also talked about taking one of those songs into your next music video. So I'm hoping if anybody liked Summer Love and wants to finance or executive produce her next project, let her know. We will get a team around her and get her next music video out into the world. We would love to see that happen.
Yeah, we had a really cool idea for Shadow, right?
That's right. Yeah.
That would be really cool.
You guys want to give a teaser?
Go ahead.
Of just like the idea?
Yeah.
So Shadow is a pretty sad song, and it's kind of about being in a sort of depressive state and kind of having a fight in your mind. And our original idea when we thought of the music videos was Summer Love and Shadow. And Shadow involves some water and rain. Okay. And I think it'll definitely be really interesting if that can come together, because the message of that song can really shine in that music video.
Well,
I love it.
Interesting, exactly what teenagers go through in high school. So
yes,
see that video, and I'm just so curious. Where did you first perform live? When did you know I'm on stage? This is amazing. All eyes are on me. I'm gonna do this.
Oh my gosh. So the first time I ever performed on stage was like one of my church talent shows where I just sang a solo. There was definitely not where I was like, I want to perform because I will tell you, I cried before every single, because we have a talent night every year, and I cried before every single one until the age of like 12. It was really bad. But I think the first time that I really was like, I definitely want to perform was when I started musical theater. I mean, there you don't have to be that vulnerable. Well, you do have to be vulnerable, but you're also playing a character. So there's kind of, you feel kind of safer. I don't know if that's just me, but when I started doing theaters, when I was really like, I love entertaining. Like, I love being able to put on a show and have people laugh or cry or smile when they're seeing me perform. So I think that's where I really started my love for performing.
So cool. I love a lot of people have those kind of backstories, you know, in their faith communities, which is great. It's a great place. Hopefully you feel safe, but I also know like,
Yes.
it's also scary. Anytime you know, get in front of people, it could be a really, really scary thing. And I love that you are, I mean, by the way, I was on set the other day with some students and they were asking, what does Brave Maker do? And I was just kind of giving some examples and I had said your name and there was somebody from your school at the set who said, oh, I know her. She goes to my school. It's just funny because you are, you know, you're going to be a junior in high school and yet you have a career. Like, and I put that in quote because you really do. Like, you've got a lot of things under your belt and way to go being, you know, someone who's super aware of the world and super into her studies and her grades and preparing for college and also involved in the arts. It's awesome. I think
Thank
that's a really,
you.
you're a great role model in that
Thank
way.
you so much.
Yeah. Do you want to talk about, so your COVID life, obviously things have
Yes.
been upside down with how we are navigating through our dreams and our passions.
Mhm.
What has it been looking like for you since shelter in place?
It's kind of been me just wondering what's happening, what's going on, not really fully processing it. I mean, I've kind of been stuck in my room doing everything from my room, doing classes and, you know, just making my room kind of my life at this point. So before when we were allowed to go outside, I was super busy all the time and I just never took the time to like take care of myself, I don't think. So I think this time has been really good for like self-reflection and being able to clean up my life, both physically and mentally, which has been really good. And then I've also gotten to take this time to to learn about politics and the things that are happening around us with the Black Lives Matter movement. I've definitely taken time to research and I've been able to go to a protest, which was so amazing. And yeah, I think I've been able to really immerse myself in everything that I couldn't take the time to do in my normal life.
Right on. Cool. Well, we're proud of you and glad that you're a part of the Brave Maker community, Becky, and wish you tons and tons of success. Your Instagram, you want people to follow you?
Yes, Becky.Alex.
Right on. So yeah, go follow Becky and go check out her Spotify page. We'll put it here so you can a link in the notes so people can follow that as well. We'll encourage you to get Summer Love on repeat. We need a little summer love right now. I feel like summer has been delayed and put a damper on, but as you're protesting, as you're fighting for justice, as you're making sure there's equity and equality for all people, as you're sheltering in place, washing your hands, wearing your mask, you need some good music. You need a good soundtrack, right?
Yes, definitely.
Right on. Cool. Well, hey, we want to also say a thank you to our sponsor, who we all happen to be connected to. We want to say thank you to MDT Agency, who is a San Francisco Bay Area agency. They represent talent of all kinds, models and actors and singers, obviously. So if you are a Bay Area actor and you're looking for representation, you should definitely check out mdtagencysf.com. Tell them Brave Maker sent you. You found us out. You found out from Brave Maker. We are all three represented by MDT Agency and very glad for their work and all the things that they do to support the arts. Cool. Anything we should say before we take off?
No, I think I'm good.
Christina, anything you want to say?
Yeah, definitely. To go back to what Becky said, continue fighting for justice. If you have not yet, go to blacklivesmatter.com and join the fight. Also, mijente.net, and that is actually spelled MIJENTE.net. Sign up, join the revolution, and enjoy the summer.
Yes.
Join the revolution. All right, brave stories change the world. You are the story.
Do it again.
Brave stories change the world.
You are the story.
Yeah. Till next time. See you, everybody.
Bye.